Hey, this is kind of a weird start to a video. I have done stories before on my way home from work, but never an actual video on YouTube. And this isn't a video, this is just a preface to the video coming up. And I want to say that I've thought a lot about not posting this video because it is kind of weird and out of the ordinary for what I normally post. I'm kind of self-conscious about putting my face on YouTube. I don't care on Instagram for some reason. I don't know why, that's so weird. Anyways, but I haven't had a chance to do a video, and I'm probably not going to get a chance to do a video for a few more days because my daughter came down with a fever, and yeah, so we have a kind of a crazy week this week. So I don't think I'm going to get to do a video, and it's turned cold again, so the kids are staying in the house for the most part, so it's not quiet in our little tiny house. So I want to go ahead and post this video because it I had some thoughts in one of my previous videos about like sizes of planters and things, and this video is just me talking through kind of my, what you want to call it, my process, my brain process of why I might want to change sizes from B6, the pros and cons, and kind of coming to the conclusion at the end of the video. And I could redo it, like I've thought about it, just retake it and just do it but focused on your planner and talk about your planner, but I've already come to the conclusion of what size I want. So that you wouldn't see, like, you know, it wouldn't like be the actual process of me talking myself through it. And I thought, you know, what's worse, maybe it's, you know, maybe nobody will like it, but at the same time, maybe somebody will, you know, like, be able to associate and be like, hey, I do that, you know, or, you know, something like that. So anyways, I hope everyone has a great day, great evening, wherever you are in the world. It's cold. It's been a long evening. We had, like, let's see, we had twins, and then a bull calf, and then another heifer calf. So we had 4 calves and 3 fresh cows, you know, that had the calves, and then milk mastitis cows, and did paperwork and all that. So quite a full evening, and now I gotta go home and get milk ready for our baby goats and take care of my kids, my human kids. Anyways, alright, so coming up on the stop sign, so I hope everyone has a great day, night, whatever. Bye. Hope you enjoy the video. Hey, I figured I would just turn my camera on. I don't know if I'm going to post this or if I'm going to just talk to myself and delete it because I have been known to do that. But all my kids are outside, and I'm kind of got the kitchen torn apart. You can't really see much of it, but yeah, and I was listening over a video I took the other day for my planner, and I figured I would just come on and try to think through some of the thoughts that I was having during that video and since, so that might help me to kind of think it out loud, but I don't really have time to like sit down and get my planner stuff out and talk about my planner. So while I'm working, I figured I would come on and maybe do a video like that just to help myself think out loud. Yeah. So anyways, I'm in the middle of deconstructing my kitchen to organize it better. I only have so many drawers. We live in a tiny house. I've said that before. We have 480 square feet right now, and we're planning on finishing out a bottom room. Like, our house is a 20 by 40 pole barn, and we only have a little over half of the 40 length actually finished that we're living in. It's not finished, like, we don't have floor covering down yet. We're still, it's a work in progress. Like, you can see around the door over there, it's not finished around the door because that door is coming out. So I mean, everything is like, you know, you have to do stuff in stages because we're not like on the tiny house mansion thing where they have like $150,000 budget to do whatever they want to. we have a regular old budget that we have to try to build a house with over the course of several years. So anyways, yeah. So we bought the kids a 3-high twin bunk bed to kind of, that's their room in there. Used to be our room. Now we're sleeping in what will be the washroom, I think. We change our minds on how we're setting this up so much, I forget. But I think that's going to still be the washroom. This is going to be like the, you can't see it, but there's like a living area right over here. But this is going to be my dining room, homeschool area, all that kind of stuff. And then this may stay a bedroom, washroom. Down there it's going to be either bedrooms or a sitting area. I think it's going to be like the living room. It's going to be split level, and we're either going to put a loft in later as the kids get bigger. Okay, all that to say that we ordered them a bed, and so I have to organize their bedroom. But I would really like to get my kitchen area, because this is where I spend most of my time cleaning and cooking, and I do the kids' school right here. Usually I'm working on dinner or the laundry while they're doing school right here on the table. So I'm trying to get this in order, because it seems like when I have something going on in my head, like I'm trying to figure out either my planner or something's bothering me, and I don't know, I probably have a lot of undiagnosed underlying things on top of my, I know I've mentioned before I have PMDD. I know I have anxiety, and I probably have more stuff that I wasn't allowed to be diagnosed with as I was growing up, because my parents didn't believe in it, you know. So, and I've never gone to the doctor to figure it out. But sometimes it helps me just to take everything out of the cabinets and, like, I don't know, I guess it's like a reset for my brain. So that's what I'm doing. And actually I'm doing drawers today because I did the cabinets the other day. But I figured I would talk about some things that I'm trying to figure out with my planner. So I found a company because I really, really, really like the Chic Sparrow Golden Brown Scout leather. Tatiana from Journal Time of Tea has one. I think hers was, it was either, I think it might have been A6, I don't remember, but she put I think she put a stylage in it. It's been a while back that she got it. She did a walkthrough of it. If I post this video, chances are I won't, but if I do, then I will link her video for her Scout. But anyways, I've got a ton of canning lids, which it feels like I have a ton, but when you get to canning, they go like, these aren't any good, by the way. If you can, these, I don't know, maybe it's just me and this batch, but the mainstays, no good. So I spring for the more expensive ball. Anyways, so I love that leather. I love the look of it. I liked it when she got it. But the thing with the Chic Sparrow has always been, for me, the price for what you get. Like, to me, it doesn't look any, like, I like pockets on my planners. I like tons of pockets. I prefer a zipper pocket, but I can live without it because I tend to not even use it when I have it. But, like, psychologically, I need it. I don't know, weird. So, I was looking on Etsy for, I don't remember what I put in, but it came up a leather that looked a lot like the Golden Brown Scout. This one definitely can't be used for canning. I think these were used before, but I keep them for like when I open a jar and I need to seal it, or if I make some cold foam for my coffee. These I believe are mainstays. No, that's actually ball. These have never been used before, but this one has. Anyways, I was Googling that leather, or I don't remember what I actually searched, but it came up a leather that was close to it, and they called it vintage buffalo leather. So I did an Etsy search for vintage buffalo leather cover, and I found a company called it's JTKing, Justine and Tim, JTKing leather, and she has the most beautiful leather. She calls it root beer, and I am like wanting that leather very badly. So, but then that leads me to my sizing issue. I know I mentioned on a previous video that I was thinking about maybe going to A5, maybe staying with A6, and then I got the A6 planner accidentally, and I actually like it. So I was thinking about maybe trying A6 size. But I used to be an A5 girl. I used A5. That was my size. I mean, I didn't use anything smaller than that. I didn't really go any bigger than that because, like, I couldn't really tote a 8.5 by 11 planner with me everywhere I went. But I always used A5. I used classic size Franklin Covey, classic size Happy Planner. I don't remember what Leafy Treetops used, what they called it, but it was pretty well close to A5 size. Oh, and that's what I used. So I've always been a bigger planner, and I went to the Weeks and I liked it. I liked the Weeks, I liked the size, but it was too small. And I fought that for a while because I really did like the way it fit my hand and everything else, and I wanted it to work. But I was way happier when I finally said, you know what, I'm just going to use a bigger planner and, you know, let go of the Weeks. And now, I mean, I'm in my B6. I love it. I love the size. I love everything about it. But I also like the portability of the smaller planner. So what I was thinking was, would an A6 work for me if I, if I moved into an A6, and then the way I'm talking about like changing over my planners so much, maybe I could just use like a half year A6 for an index, and then like an A6 Stalogy for either 1 month or 2 months. But I'm just not sure that I would like that. And the only way you know for sure is if you try it, and I really don't want to put the money out for a whole new system when I have a system that works for me that I don't really need to disrupt, you know. I have a Stalogy already set aside for you know, the one I already used part of. So I have Stalogy for June and July, I think, and then I have another Sterling Ink B6 notebook. So at the earliest I would try that would be November, December, because I have books already, unless I gave my Sterling Ink to my sister because she likes them. So there's that. So it could be June or July. And then what if I don't like that? What if I just totally hate the A6 size, you know? If I found a cheap, because you can find the Hobonichi A6 Techo covers on Amazon pretty cheap, 20-something bucks, you know, and then you get a cover on cover for $7. So if I use that, and then if I didn't like it, I could sell a cover. I don't know what the resale is on A6 covers. I don't know if it's worth even trying that or not. I'm trying to decide what drawer I want this stuff in. Because I really need somewhere for my towels and rags. And I have this little pop-out thing at my sink, but I use that for scrubbers and things. Is it just me, or does like every single drawer in your house become a junk drawer? Like almost every single drawer I have somehow is like a catch-all. Let me think. I did have I think I might put the towels and rags over there. So that would mean that this drawer would have to be my dishes. I guess I'm trying to talk myself out of trying the A6 size because I like the portability, but I don't know that I would like the practicality of the pages. Like, you have the big grid in the A6 that I already am having trouble with my B6 Stalogy. Like, that's why I went ahead and got a sterling ink, is because I don't like the large grid on the B6 Stalogy. So I'm telling myself, well, if I don't want to go with sterling ink, I can just leave with the bigger grid on the B6 Stalogy. So I'm like, okay, so could you live with that in A6? And if I do that, I'm going to have a bigger grid on a smaller page. I just don't know that, I just don't know that I'll be able to, like, be okay with that. Like, just, I don't know. I don't know. Am I the crazy one? Or is there, like, everybody that does planners is this crazy? I guess I've never really made myself think through something. Like with my planners, I've always just been like, okay, I'm going to try this, and I ditch what I'm using and go to something new. I don't want to do that again. I really want to think through it, decide if it's something that I really want to try. I have lids and crap to like that. I don't have any idea what that goes to. I really don't have any idea what that goes to. So then when I find the cup, I'll say, oh yeah, that's what it went to. Anyway, so I'm trying to think through it before I just jump ship and do it. And I'm thinking that I'm not going to like the A6 size, because if you look at my planner, here I have my planner. I took it out of the cupboard because I was working on it. But I mean, that's a pretty small size. You take this and then you think, because I have the A6 here, like, just imagine A6, and I like it. It's neat. I think it would be cute to have a cover this size, but would it be practical? Like, would I really be able to function with this as my daily spread? Like, here's the size of the pages, and by the time you put washi tape down the edges, because that's what I like to do. So you have washi, you have pretty big stickers, like I like the bigger stickers, and then I have tip ends like this that, yeah, I could shrink it, but my handwriting is horrendous. Like, it's huge. Anytime I get to really writing, it just goes crazy, unless I'm making a mental effort to write smaller, which is what I did this day, which was Monday. But you see how much, and this is like very slim on stickers, like hardly any stickers, and it's just chock full of writing. I have a feeling that if I went to A6, I would have to have a notebook a month. And I don't want to spread a day over 4 pages. Like, I wouldn't want to have to turn the page just to see the rest of the day. And I probably wouldn't need 4 pages. I would probably need 3. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick with B6. That was a nice conversation, just to decide to keep doing what I'm doing. because it gives me the room to put big stickers and play with it if I want to. And tip ins, like I tipped in, I haven't even shown this on my channel yet, but I tipped in a ton of these little, I can't remember the shop. It's a writing novel. It's printed, it's set up for A4 actually. A4 size for printing out and putting on a spiral binder. And I shrunk it a little bit too small. I should have done it just a bit bigger, but it actually worked out pretty good. I put like this one here, it has a page under it, and then I have the page that it's actually stuck on, then I have room to write. And the same thing for over here, I believe. Yeah, same thing. And I did that like a variation, that's the word I'm looking for, variation of that through the whole thing. And I put the first section. This is like setting up like your scenes, what's the protagonist like arc and that kind of thing, in the middle here. And if I put that in here, I would have to first of all shrink the pages very small, and then I wouldn't be able to read them, and you would have to tip them in, and then you wouldn't, I mean, yeah. So 20 minutes, and I've decided A6 is not a good idea. I'm going to stick with what I have. I'm going to use this for my index because I have it. I'm not going to order a B6 just so it's the same size. This is going to be my index for this year. I need to get to setting that up. And then I'm probably going to order me, come Christmas, close to Christmas, maybe October, November, to give her time to make it, one of those B6 covers. Because even with, going back to covers, even with all the add-ons, like I added on rough edges, like I don't remember what she called, raw edges. I want all the pockets to be raw edged. I want a front pocket that's also raw. Reinforced spine, and there was something else I added. I can't remember. But anyways, all the add-ons, and it's still like $98 for the cover, a B6 size cover. And if you did an A5, I ran it as an A5 too, and it was like $110. So I mean, it's not that much. Go down to A6, it's like $68. But just your base on Chic Sparrow is 70 bucks, I think it was, figuring. I can't remember. Anyways, so yeah. So even if I don't post this, it's been helpful for me to talk myself out of trying A6. I'm trying to be more realistic in my planning, do what I enjoy, but don't keep jumping from system to system to system just to try it, you know? Really think through it. And I guess I should do like Sam over at Sam Plans does, and write a list of things about her planner that works, stuff she knows about. She has a whole system. I can't remember the video, but I'll link it if I post this. That she figures out when she's thinking of trying a different planner or ditching her system she used a couple years ago, I believe it was, to see if it's really necessary. I probably need to do that, like write me out just a mind map of what I need in a planner, you know? I think the B6 is kind of a neat in-between sizes. It's not so small that like the A6 or the week size, I'm like adding pages to it to try to give myself more room, because that's what I ended up doing with the weeks. But it's still small enough, it's not like the A5 where it won't fit in a typical purse, because I get my pocketbooks most of the time from Walmart. So I don't, no special order, nothing, you know, just whatever's off the shelf, and that's what I need my planner to fit in. Because the A5 size, when I chunk it up, it doesn't fit in a regular pocketbook. Yeah. So anyways, all that just to decide that, yeah, I'm going to go with B6. I think I'm going to have to get over, either keep using the Sterling ink notebooks, but I'm kind of leaning towards Stalogy, just because, I don't know, I like the Stalogy. but I'd like to my river paper in the smaller grid. So I think June and July will tell me whether or not come January of next year I order a Sterling ink notebook or I order Stalogies and just put 2 months, you know, per Stalogy and have 6 Stalogies a year and 1 for an index and half year for an index. Okay. If you've listened to me ramble, thanks. Bye.